A recent gas line strike forced families from their Macedonia homes and left them wondering how close they came to disaster.
Ohio has since toughened up its digging rules, but the new law still doesn't settle who is responsible when disaster hits.
3 News Investigates Peter Fleischer examines the new safeguards and the gaps that still need to be fixed.
It's not just how the Nash family was suddenly rushed out of their home.
Yeah, it felt like an emergency. After you start smelling that gas and the way they was banging on that door.
It's what could have happened if disaster struck.
We could smell that gas. It was horrible. I mean, it was just by the grace of God that we didn't have an explosion like Twinsburg.
City records from Macedonia reveal a crew hit an underground gas line outside the Nash's home on April 16th this year. Homes were evacuated and emergency crews responded within minutes. Families were later allowed to safely return, but the scare is hard to shake.
Something needs to be put in place by federal, state, and local governments all working together to do something about this.
This is a straightforward, safety-focused bill.
Ohio has new protections that should help. House Bill 227 was put into effect in June, just weeks before an enormous gas explosion in Twinsburg Township leveled several homes and damaged dozens more. The bill tightens the state's call before you dig rules, requiring contractors to inform 811 at least 2 days ahead of time, but no more than 16 days out. It also mandates more formal training for anyone involved with underground utility work, and it creates a statewide damage database. Northeast Ohio Rep. Joe Miller was a co-sponsor.
This is supposed to put in safeguards, transparency, and accountability.
The bill got bipartisan support without a single no vote in the Ohio House or Senate. But it's not perfect.
House Bill 227's new requirements were in place on June 25th when that Twinsburg blast erupted. But an investigation into that day, including how the disaster was responded to, is still pending. And the matter of who's responsible when something goes wrong is still unclear under this new legislation. Officials on both sides of the aisle admit there are more details to sort out.
I don't believe that there's any liability issues included in House Bill 227. That's something that needs to be examined. Additionally, the use of better technology needs to be examined.
We have a problem when companies can't be held accountable and responsible for damage that's being done.
Back in Macedonia, the Nashes are still trying to move on after their scare. Their still damaged yard, a reminder of what could have happened.
They starting to do the fiber optics digging again? Wow.
The idea is still unsettling. Even with new safeguards, one question hangs over everyone involved. What happens if something goes wrong?
It starts from the government level. Things need to be put in place. These companies need to be held responsible. They need to all work together collectively. Like you said, safety first.
Ohio has drawn new lines. The next test will be how they hold up if another disaster forces more families from their homes. Peter Fleischer, 3 News.